When I think of the game FIFA, 3 words come to mind. Nostalgia, joy, and rage. Fuck! It's no doubt that FIFA has brought us a roller coaster of emotions over the years, and with FIFA coming to an end and EAFC coming into being, we're going to be ranking the FIFA games over the past 10 years. Before we get into the video, guys, feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comment section down below, what is your least favorite FIFA game? What is your favorite FIFA game over the years? Starting off the list in the number 11 position, my least favorite FIFA over the years is FIFA 20. Ryan Kent, Wissam Ben Yedder, Adama Traore, one depth, drop back. The Footmas promo being an absolute shambles. Have I pissed you off yet? FIFA 20 was just an absolute shambolic game in my opinion. This FIFA was one of the FIFAs where I really started to start streaming as well, and I mean, I have so many rage clips that I've put together. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bruh.
FIFA 20 also saw the introduction of Volta as well, which in my opinion just didn't really get much love. I never got into Volta. In fact, I don't even think I've ever played Volta in FIFA. In terms of the soundtrack that year, in my opinion, it was kind of mid. You have a few decent songs every single FIFA, but as an overall, it wasn't that good. The one sort of song that sort of sticks to mind that is kind of iconic is Phone Numbers, but then again, there are so many better FIFA songs that I personally have found over the years. I also really didn't like the pack animation this year. Compared to other FIFAs, I just feel like it got quite boring very quickly, and the light thing just pissed me off a little bit. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. The one thing that sort of kept me into FIFA in the later stages, May, June, was career mode actually. Never really liked that EA haven't given career mode much love, but FIFA 20 career mode was really fun because you could turn a terrible player into one of the world's best like that. This was because of the old training system. I literally turned Lingard and Karius into like 97, 96 rated just for a little bit of fun in my spare time. But that has got to be my only decent memory of FIFA 20. Besides that, terrible FIFA. And let me tell you, the next FIFA wasn't really much better. FIFA 21 over the FIFAs that I've played is my 10th favorite. Or my second least favorite. This was the last FIFA we had on old gen console, and I just found that similar to FIFA 20, people just found a meta and they stuck with it to the end of FIFA. What I'm thinking of is players like Varane and Mendy, and it wouldn't matter what cards came out the whole FIFA, that was the meta and that's what people used for champions, and it just didn't make the game fun. Like, people lost creativity. Remember back in the FIFAs like FIFA 14, FIFA 15, you could use a silver team and still be competitive. FIFA 21, you had to have a certain team. There was probably a bracket of 50 players that you could use that fitted the meta, and if you didn't use those sort of players, unlucky, you weren't going to win. Ultimate Team also saw the likes of No More Fitness, and we had like community and team events, which in my opinion, I just always found dead. In FIFA 21, you could finally customize your stadium, which was a good addition to the game, but once again, it should have been added to FIFA many years before, and it was just one of those things that it was like, okay, yeah, finally. FIFA 21, however, did have a few changes in terms of career mode, which, in my opinion, did take me a little bit of time to adjust to, but it was overall good for FIFA. The likes of player sharpness, and you could also change player development. If I wanted to change a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold to a center mid, I can now do that. Soundtrack was decent that year. 3 songs that come to mind. I've got Heat Waves, Ticket to Ride, and Stop This Flame. But overall, just a FIFA that got very boring quickly, and something that personally for me just didn't really fill up to its expectations. In the 9th spot, I've got FIFA 19. Well, look at us, EA Sports. We've got Champions League licensing, and we've got Europa League licensing. And did I let you know that we've got Champions League licensing and Europa League? I know EA. That's all I sort of really remember FIFA 19 for. Yeah, you got a few licenses, but the gameplay was still shit. FIFA 19 did see the introduction of Division Rivals, which was a much needed overhaul of season. So to be fair, that wasn't that bad. We also had Time to Finishing introduced, which I've never really used, but I think there was a certain period where it was quite overpowered, although now I think about Time Finishing, I don't think anybody really ever uses it. So yeah, kind of irrelevant in my opinion. I actually really did like the soundtrack this year. EA are usually so good at finding like indie artists that are super underground and then like turning them into like iconic names. But this year I found that EA started to branch out a little bit more. We had songs that were more house. It Makes You Forget by Peggy Goo. We had Ocean Wisdom, Tom and Jerry. It was a kind of nice refreshment to get a sort of different genre of music. More variety in FIFA 19, which I actually really liked. Overall though, pretty unfulfilling game, and yeah, I kind of got sick of it pretty quickly. In at the number 8 position, I have the current FIFA 23. When it comes to Ultimate Team over recent FIFAs, I can't really comment that much because I haven't been playing as much, but FIFA really turned me off quickly in terms of the new chemistry system. I just didn't really like it. I was so used to this old chemistry system where there being 100 chemistry. Being a chemistry rating out of 33 just really confused me. I didn't really like it. I'm sure in many ways it did make a lot of sense, but for me personally, I'm very old school when it comes to that sort of stuff. I didn't really like it. And just the one thing that's really turned me off Ultimate Team is how easy it is to get a good team so quickly. For me, when I think about Ultimate Team being the most fun, it is when it is the most grindable. You love grinding for that one player. You just want to get to upgrade your team slightly. Like if you've got Gaia at left back, you really have to push to buy a player like Jordi Alba. I find that so fun. It makes that minor change to your team, but it makes the game so much more fun. But with all these SBCs and new content, I just feel like everybody on FIFA is becoming so desensitized. And if there isn't a new promo every week or a new player out of an SBC every single day, the whole fan base just erupts. I remember in the older FIFAs, we would go weeks, months even, without a new promotion. But when we finally got it, it would be like gold. And because of all these new promotions, player prices are being driven so far down that it's so easy to get a good player so quickly. I just didn't like the soundtrack on FIFA 23 either, but I think what made the game a little bit better in terms of the soundtrack is that they had the sort of old school music as well. You could actually listen to the old school FIFA bangers, which was nice. In terms of career mode and pro clubs, the changes weren't really that huge and it got bland really quickly. We had the likes of playable highlights. I mean, it would put you in a situation and sometimes it would glitch and give the team a goal when it wasn't a goal, or like it was just a complete mess. Playable highlights to me needs a lot of work. One thing I actually did really like this FIFA was the addition of the power shot. It does make the game a little bit less realistic because some of the goals you can score with these power shots are just insane. But nevertheless, I did find that if you had Ruben Neves, you could actually have a banger from 40 yards out and it would actually have a chance of going in. It was kind of nice, kind of refreshing. I didn't mind that. But like a lot of recent FIFAs, I've just found that FIFA 23 just tried to keep pumping out content to keep the game alive. And for me, it hasn't worked. In at the number 7 spot, we have FIFA 22. FIFA 22 being a next-gen FIFA using Hypermotion, I was excited. I really wanted this game to be good, and was I disappointed? A little bit. In terms of Ultimate Team content, FIFA 22 was a very similar situation to FIFA 23, with people just getting acclimatized to EA pumping out so much content, driving player prices down, and people having amazing teams by November, December, and then by the time April, May, June came around, everybody had like a 93, 94 rated team, and the game just wasn't as fun. FIFA 22 was actually the FIFA that I probably played the least, and the whole reason is because I just feel like Ultimate Team's being ruined by that. I will keep reiterating, FIFA is fun when you can grind the game, and it's just lost its grindability over the past 3-4 years, so just please change that, EA. Make the game more grindable. I love it how EA are also making the game very fun for casuals, and trust me, a lot of us are casuals. A lot of us don't have time to play FIFA 24/7. I totally get that. But at the same time, people shouldn't have insane teams by a week in FIFA. It's something that takes time and it's something that should take time. FIFA 22 finally saw the addition of Create a Club Career, but it just left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. It was a little bit unfulfilling in terms of customization. At that point, you may as well just use an actual team in the Premier League, get the proper licensing badges, stadium chants, etc. In that way, it actually feels like a more personal career mode to me. And the thing that's really frustrated me with career mode that I thought EA would have sorted out by now is by making each career mode unique. I would love it to be like a 1 in 1,000 chance that, oh, Dele Alli revived his career in your career mode and he's now a Ballon d'Or winner instead of Mbappe or Haaland winning it every single time. Stuff like player growth. I guarantee that if I was on career mode and you were on career mode and we simmed to the exact same point, let's say October 2024, we could go to a certain player and they'd be the same rating. I can't really comment on other game modes really on FIFA 22 because like I said, I didn't really play much Ultimate Team and I didn't really play much pro clubs or anything like that. The only thing that made this FIFA exciting to me was that it was on a new console and it was next generation and stuff like graphics and all those little small intricate things that FIFA had changed I actually really liked. Like the gameplay from FIFA 20, FIFA 21 to FIFA 22 for me was a huge difference. I preferred the gameplay so much more. The soundtrack overall was pretty mid, although I did really like a few songs on this FIFA. including Skeletons and Landline. Landline is a banger. I think that will go down as an iconic FIFA song in the coming years. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think FIFA 22 is a little bit better than FIFA 23, but overall, fairly mid-game. Coming in at the number 6 position, I have the FIFA that has the best trailer we've ever seen on FIFA. Play Beautiful, FIFA 16. FIFA 16 was the year of the foot draft. It was that year where I feel like pack openings started to die off on YouTube and foot drafts really started to come to fruition. By the time FIFA 16 came out though, I feel like we were really due an upgrade in terms of online divisions, and a lot of people just ended up playing more foot draft than their actual Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team was still good though, the gameplay wasn't amazing, but I did like the pack animation that year and I did really like the soundtrack. Career Mode was also fun this FIFA. We had the sort of old school layout and in many ways it was better. One thing I found is that in terms of the name pool, when it comes to youth players, it was actually more expansive than what it is now. Overall, FIFA 16 sort of just seemed like a worse version of FIFA 15, but still a game that I found very memorable and very enjoyable. When you think of the forgotten FIFAs, you think of one FIFA and one FIFA only, and that is FIFA 18. And that was of course because of the game Fortnite, and I pity FIFA because of this, because the game wasn't actually that bad. Yeah, okay, the journey wasn't that good, and the World Cup mode was a little bit underwhelming in terms of living up to his expectations of FIFA 14, but I feel like the gameplay as a whole was actually quite fun. When I think of catchy songs, I think of FIFA 18. You got Helpline, Live in the Moment, Energy. It was also the first FIFA that I started making content, so in that way I find it a little bit nostalgic. But overall, a FIFA that I didn't end up playing as much as other FIFAs because Fortnite was just so big at the time. So yeah, FIFA 18, let me know what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy FIFA 18 or did you guys even play it? Because Fortnite was just so big. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the first FIFA I ever started playing, FIFA 13. Yeah, okay, this game didn't have like hypermotion technology or, you know, active player awareness or whatever these FIFAs do now, but the simplicity of these old FIFA games made it so fun. It's a little hard for me to comment on it in detail because obviously I was a lot younger and it was the first FIFA I ever started playing, so I didn't really understand it completely. I just have so many fun memories of FIFA 13, like my striker having 25 fitness and me not knowing how to apply a fitness item and wondering why he has cardiac arrest at halftime every game. It was also the first FIFA, obviously, where I was starting to watch FIFA YouTubers, and I remember specifically YouTubers like AA9 Skills doing a My Career, and he'd go to GTA and film cutscenes in GTA for his actual My Career player, and it was just so fun, and people would get creative with content. It was such a fun FIFA to watch for content, pack openings, and just such a fun FIFA to play. The old FIFA card design was so simple, but it was so good. And the soundtrack, oh my god! I genuinely think this could be the best FIFA soundtrack of all time. Yeah, okay, I know there's FIFA 14 and there's FIFA 15, but never forget songs like On Top of the World, Get Away With It, Panda, Club Foot by Kasabian. Such a fun FIFA, and a FIFA that will ever hold dearly in my heart because it was the first FIFA that I ever played. And just like that, there were 3 more FIFAs, and coming in the number 3 spot, I have FIFA 15. FIFA 15 was such a fun FIFA to play, but it was just ruined by a couple things. First thing that pops to mind, price ranges. There were certain players on the transfer market that because of price ranges just became extinct. FIFA 15 also saw the addition of loan players, which was pretty cool because we didn't have foot draft by then, so you would never really get to try out the players like Bale or Messi or Ronaldo. It was cool that you could. But yeah, I distinctly remember on FIFA 15 packing Gareth Bale and selling him for something like 750,000 coins. I'd never seen this many coins before in my life, so what did I do? I opened more packs with coins and ended up losing all my coins. That's how a gambling addiction starts, and how old was I? About 12 or 13. But stuff like Practice Arena, we had the old school Practice Arena like FIFA 14, FIFA 13. It was just so fun. And I mean, the soundtrack could be the best soundtrack FIFA has ever seen. We had Come Alive, 16 Years, Walk by Quabs. But yeah, FIFA 15, such a fun game to play, just ruined by a couple of small things. And then there were 2 guys, 2 more FIFAs. What was my second favorite FIFA over the years? FIFA 14. It can get quite subjective here because when FIFA 14 came out, I wasn't quite as into FIFA as I was at later FIFAs. So maybe if I was and I was a little bit older and I understood FIFA a little bit more, I'd be able to appreciate the game a bit more. But then again, I can look retrospectively now and be like, wow, that was an amazing game. FIFA 14 had World Cup mode. It had the addition of icons or legends as they called it, although it was version exclusive to Xbox. When I think of FIFA 14, I think of prime FIFA for pack openings. This is when we had YouTubers like Roachy and Chris MD really getting exposure with pack opening videos. You could virtually build any team in FIFA 14 and have fun with it. There were so many fun silver players. Let me throw some names at you. You had Gabby Bonlahor, Elton, Memphis Depay was a silver beast in FIFA 14. I mean, how can you forget this FIFA? The soundtrack as well, amazing. You had Love Natural, Love Me Again, my favorite FIFA song of all time, Alive. If I was to go back at this age and play that FIFA like it was new, it would probably be my favorite FIFA of all time. But because I was a little bit young, I couldn't quite appreciate it as much as I could. So with that being said, there was one FIFA left, and my favorite FIFA of all time, drumroll please, is FIFA 17. FIFA 17 saw the addition of the Frostbite engine, which transformed graphics completely. But not only that, FIFA had made so many new updates and changes to the game. FIFA 17 had the additions of squad building challenges, FUT champions, and the journey. It was such a refreshment from FIFA 16 from when we had a little bit of a stale game. FIFA 17 gave us so much more to grind and so much more to work towards. I distinctly remember sitting in year 9 PDHB and me and my mates were watching the trailer for the journey and getting so excited because we'd never had a sort of story mode in any FIFA ever. And the journey in FIFA 17 was so fun. You could choose what team you wanted to start at in the Premier League and you'd have to go out on loan, and it was so exciting and it was such a refreshment from FIFA 16 where we didn't have any of this. And Ultimate Team was so much more grindable. You had to play 40 games in FUT Champions, and yes, it was stressful. There was a meta. There were low driven shots. But we were really due a change and we needed to make the game more grindable, and FUT Champions was the answer, and it did have some really good rewards. So was it worth it playing those FUT Champions games? 100% it was. And in my opinion, the FIFA 17 pack animation was the best pack animation we've ever seen. We had the big flare followed by the flag that would come down. It was really a great build up. And then the player would walk out. I just found that so awesome. SBCs were so much harder as well back then, which in my opinion made the game so much more fun, because I remember using Inform Andre Gray up front for so many games. Great card, by the way, but I really wanted to get Player of the Month Harry Kane. And when I finally got him, it was like incredible. But the game was very balanced as well, and you could still have a great team without spending that many coins. Like, you had very overpowered players, like there was Jack Butland. Do you guys remember how good Jack Butland was in goal? I think that was a year actually where people would use Jack Butland, Chris Smalling and Eric Bailly at the back, and that was so frustrating to play against. Overall, FIFA 17 in my opinion was just the perfect FIFA. In fact, 2016 was an amazing year as a whole because you had FIFA 17, you had Pokemon Go. True. My parents also divorced, but mainly because of the transformation that FIFA 17 had to FIFA 16, it just made that game so much more special to me. I haven't put it out yet, guys, but by the time this video would have gone out, I would have. I've put a poll out asking you guys what was your favorite FIFA on Instagram, and I'm going to put the results up here. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, I'm going to leave the link in the description because I do talk to my fans a lot on there, and you guys will decide a lot of content that I will be making going forward. But yeah, with the game FIFA as a title coming to an end, I thought I'd owe it a little tribute with this sort of video. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and like I said before, let me know in the comment section down below what was your favorite FIFA and why. With that being said, guys, thank you all very much for watching the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you haven't already, and we'll catch you all very soon in another upload. Take care. Peace.